What is up? Sorry about the little glitch with the intro. I don't know why that happens, but I'm gonna figure that out. Trying to make sure that the audio is synced up because last time we had an issue, so I'm sorry. Just give me a sec here. Is the audio synced up? I know that was an issue last time. Let me see something here. Still behind. It's behind this time. How about now? Audio's behind. Okay. Alright. Alright. Sorry. Give me a sec, guys. This thing, I don't even... Try this. How's that? It's still behind, isn't it? Alright. Hold on. Bear with me like 2 more minutes. I think if like... This should be it. I feel like this is probably it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. It's synced up. It should be synced up now. I hope it's synced up now. Let me know. Boom, baby. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I really appreciate you bearing with me for that. Yeah, I got to figure out what's going on with that intro thing as well. So, today we're going to be changing eye color in After Effects. The reason that I'm doing this is because I just shot a music video this past weekend where we have to change the color of the eyes. Reason being is because, so, I'm going to be changing the eyes today to like a white, like a very pale white, like very similar to, if any of you guys have seen Game of Thrones, similar to that style, that feel, where like, I think like a White Walker. I haven't seen it in a while. They have like the foggy white eyes, like zombie eyes. So that's what we're going to be doing today. When we shot this video, originally we were supposed to be using contacts, and we did get the contacts, and the contacts were purchased and did come in time. But there was a little note in the package for the contacts, and it said, it was from the FDA, and it said that the use of some colored contacts is illegal in the United States, and particularly white ones. The reason being is because apparently white ones can cause blindness. Now, we purchased these from the UK. We couldn't find anywhere to buy them in the US, so we bought them from the UK. I personally have shot with white contacts before. I've never worn them, but I've shot talent, and they've worn white contacts. So, this is why we're doing this. So, we're going to create the white eye effect. I will show you guys how to change the color of the eyes as well, but what I'm going to be doing today is changing them to a white. So, without further ado, I guess let's hop into this. Alright, so... Oh, the audio is probably off. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is... I already started messing around with this. There's our color correction layer. I'm gonna create a new composition because, yeah, I just feel like doing that. This one goes up. Sorry, bear with me 1 moment. I just want to hide the program. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate this, and we're gonna start from scratch. And I'll show you guys how I do this process. Anyway, actually, before I get into this, I want to explain to you how we shot this. Because when we went into this, we obviously knew that I was going to create this effect when we shot it. So we shot it in preparation for this. So there's some things that are going to help you if you guys are going to be doing this effect in order to get the best out of this effect, create the best look of this possible. The first thing that I did was I shot on sticks or a tripod. It's just going to be a lot easier to track the eyes, track our subject and whatnot, because if you were moving and the subject was moving, there's just going to be a lot more going on. It's going to be harder for the motion tracker to, track the subject. Hey, Cody, what's up? How's it going? So I shot it on sticks, shot it on a tripod so that it gave me ability to track the eyes a lot better. Second thing, I shot this at a higher frame rate so that the subject moves slower. Obviously, if you're going to be real-time, doing real-time stuff, if you're going to be doing movies or anything of that sort, you're probably going to have to shoot it at 24 frames per second, 23.976, which isn't going to give you that extra wiggle room, that, super smooth and very little motion to your subject. So it's going to be a little bit harder to track it. After Effects, the tracker is really good. If you set the points really well and there's enough contrast in the image and you select the right points, for an eye, it's really not that hard to track. So I'm going to hop back into this. Sorry, I just wanted to explain how. So let's hop over here. We don't need this tracker. So first thing we're going to do is, we got to grab our, our footage here. So I've already imported everything. The way that I would normally do this is, the way that I did do this was I started cutting together the sequence in Premiere, and from there I created this After Effects composition. If you're in Premiere, you right-click the clip that you want to do this to. It should say replace with After Effects composition. After Effects will then open up, and everything will be in there for you. You gotta organize everything like I did here. Another thing you're gonna need is you're going to need a screenshot of the first frame. If you're going to be doing this, don't forget to get a screenshot, a still frame of the first frame of the file that we're going to be using. So let me just go into... Sorry, I'm all turned around here. There we go. So, let me just move this here. The first thing we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to track each eye. So I'm gonna do this separately. Before we do that, I want to create a null. So I'm gonna go right click, null object. If I'm moving too fast for you guys, just give a shout. Let me know. I'll slow down and I'll explain everything, because this is something for a project that I actually have to get done. Since that's the case, I might be moving pretty quickly. I'm gonna create two null objects because we have to track both the eyes. The reason we do that is, just to be as on as possible. Typically, these eyes probably aren't going to move. They're actually, I already tracked it ahead of time. I'm going to retrack it now, but they don't move. The head just moves. So in this instance, we're fine, but you would definitely want to track both the eyes. So we're going to go to track motion. Make sure you have your video clip selected. You're going to go to track motion. And then from there, it's going to bring you into the tracker. Now here is our little tracker guy. So if you click inside this box, you can drag it. I like to set the little crosshairs in the middle of the eye. And we're going to want to scale this out. This big wide box, if you grab the points here, I want that to fill the pupil, not the pupil, but the iris, I guess it would be. I don't know. The brown part of the eye. That's where I want that box to really track. And then this box, I'm going to scale this up to the pupil, the black part of the eye. So, looks pretty good. Maybe center it a little bit more. Right about there, I would say pretty good. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to analyze. So let's analyze this. Perfect. So it created the motion, it tracked it perfectly. To looks pretty good to me. So now you're going to want to, where do we go from here? Motion target. It's already selected. So you want to, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to change it to 2. So this isn't going to happen. I don't know why I already did that. But the motion target, you're going to want to select that. Click edit target. I want it to be null 2. So this information is going to be transferred to null 2. So hit OK and then apply. We're only doing X and Y. We're not doing Z. We're not, we're not in 3D space. So just going to do that, and that should track that. What light are you using to get the nice glare on the eye? I'm actually using the Quasar. The only light that I used for this was the Quasar, and it's actually how I have it right now. I'm on a webcam, so it looks like crap, but yeah, it's just the Quasar Science LED tube light, the 2-foot one. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do the right eye. So I'm gonna change this null object to rename it to left. And this one, oh, whoops, I didn't do it. Rename it to left. Rename this one to right. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm serious about that. Like, those lights look absolutely amazing. I definitely highly recommend you, especially Josh, pick some up. They're not expensive at all. Just throw them in a C-stand with a super clamp. You're good to go. All right. Let's track this other eye here. So again, go track motion. Your little point's gonna pop up. Hold on, my cat is gonna be annoying if I don't let her out. I'll be right back. She really doesn't like when I do any sort of talking head stuff in here. She's like, peace out, I'm out. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're screaming at the top of your lungs, but I need to get out of here. All right, so same thing with the, whoops, different eye. We want to go to the other eye. If you hold down spacebar when you are in After Effects and you're trying to maneuver over footage, hold down spacebar and it will pull up this hand tool. A little trick for you guys. So we're going to do the same thing for this eye. We're going to make the big box around the brown part of the eye. I think this could probably be a little bit more centered. And yeah, there we go. Boom. Oh, yeah, I guess I am. I think it's at like 270. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I thank you to everybody who subscribes to the channel. It means a lot. I wouldn't have done it without you guys. I wouldn't, because nobody would subscribe if I didn't have you guys. I'm so stupid sometimes. All right, same thing here. We're going to analyze. Hit analyze forward. Oh, you know what? You got to bring it to the beginning. That's my B. That's my B. Ah, shoot. Hold on. All right, it's all messed up because I messed up. So I'm gonna delete this tracker too. Sorry, it's hard to do read this chat and do this and try and pay attention. I also have ADHD, so track motion. All right, so now we're gonna do the right eye. Perfect. Looks pretty good. All right, now we will analyze. God damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but I did it again. Track motion. There we go. Boom. All right, and then you track forward. You got to make sure you're at the beginning, otherwise you're going to mess up like I just did there. Perfect, and then edit target. Yep, we want it to the right. Apply. X and Z. So I mean that's the motion tracking section of this. As you can see, those nulls they're pretty on. They don't really move. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're right here and here. They don't really move that much at all. They just follow the eyes, which is exactly what we want them to do. Okay. So, that's the easy part. We tracked it. That's essentially half the battle. Remember how I asked you guys, if you're going to be doing this, make sure you grab a screen capture, a still frame of the first frame of your video clip. The reason being is because this. So we're going to put this on. And what we're going to do is we're going to mask out each eye. So I'm going to duplicate this layer with Command D. Let's rename this one. This would be left. And this would be right. Hooky duck. So, first thing we're going to want to do is just mask around the eye. I guess it's not the first frame. It should be the first frame. Don't be an idiot like me. Alright, so yeah, I know that's not perfect, and I'm going to fix it in a second. So we're going to invert it. And then, so what I did was I muted the video layer, and now I inverted the mask. The reason being is because I just want to get it as clean and as crisp as possible. So we're going to drag each edge out. Do a little this, all that. Let's get this down here. All this, all that. Just getting it as perfect as possible. All right, that's pretty good there. Now, I would feather it, probably about like 5 pixels. It doesn't matter if the white is going to be covered that much. At least for me, for what I'm doing. Also, this is going to work for if you guys are just trying to change the eye color. So that's what we got right now. I know that looks really weird. We're going to invert it. So now now it's just the eye. And then we will turn back on our video layer. And now we're going to want to line up the eye. A good way to do this is to change the blending mode to divide. Where is it? I always can't find it. There we go. And we're just going to want to line it up with our eye. Make sure it's 100% perfect. What's up, Leo? How's it going, man? All right, so we got the eye lined up there. That one's good to go. We're going to turn off that divide because we're not going to want it to look like that. So now we got to do the same thing for our right eye. Oh, before we do that, just so I don't forget, you're going to want to pick whip it. Parent, pick whip, whatever you want to call it, to the left null object. So now I'll mute the video layer so you guys can see. So what we did was we tracked the motion, we applied the motion to the null layer, and now we have pick whipped the left eye to the left null layer, which tracked the motion. So the motion has been applied to the eye essentially. So let's just take a look. I'll show you guys right now. See how it floats? That's exactly what we want it to do. And if we watch it here now with the clip on, see, floats with the eye. Okie doke. So now we got to do our right eye. So again, we're going to create a mask. Nope, that's not a mask at all. Make sure you have your layer selected when you're creating a mask. Boom. We're going to invert it. We're going to turn off all the other layers except for this one that we're working on. And now we're going to fine-tune our mask. If you guys have any questions, comments, want any further explanation on what I'm doing, how I'm doing this, or whatnot, leave a comment and I will I'll answer it. Perfect. And then we're going to want to feather that mask. We did 5 pixels on the other one, so we'll want to do that the same. Uninvert it, and then that's looking pretty good. We got to make sure that this is also synced up, lined up with the original eye. So come down to divide. Just bring it over. If you see how, like, you can see the flare, how it, like, lines up. Boop. Right there. Turn off divide. Take a look. That looks pretty good, if I should say so. Yeah, now let's play it back. Oh, duh. That looks weird. Wanna know why? Go back to the first frame. If you do that, if you play it back and it looks weird, make sure you go back to the first frame where you set the position. The reason it looks weird is because we didn't pick whip the right eye to the right null layer. So now we do that. And boom. The eyes are now linked. So that is essentially 50 to 75% of the work right there. If not, maybe even more than that, is really like making sure that you line everything up and get your layers synced up. Now, the reason that I use those eyes and I mask those eyes out is because I'm going to change the color of the eye. You know, I've seen people create a file and mask around the eye and do all this weird stuff, and to me it doesn't end up looking that great. I think that the best way that you're going to do this, the best way that you're going to achieve this look, is by doing what we did, by doing what we're doing, and, you know, masking out the eye, because it's going to have that natural glare that we got from the light and everything. So, well, how do we change the color? Honestly, this is probably the easiest part of this entire process. Once we've masked the eye out, you're going to want to come over to hue and saturation. And literally, like, if you just want to change the color of the eye, all you got to do is just change the hue. Look, she's got green eyes now. Like, boom. Green, she's a green-eyed lady now. Like, it's literally that simple. That's it. Now, like, this mask, whoops, make sure you don't drag anything. This mask, I know it's really pixelated and everything, but it's not perfect. You know, I could definitely come in here and fine tune this. Like, add another point here and, whoops, add another point here and pull it out just a tad. You know, see, that looks a little bit better. Up in this corner here too. You know, smooth it out a little bit more. Pull this one up maybe. Let's skosh. Pull this out as well. You know, like this eye isn't a perfect circle, you know. So that looks pretty good. That looks a little bit better. I think I could probably fix it over in this area a little bit more. Even though it kind of, I guess that's just how it. That's just how it is. That's just how her eye is, I guess. Interesting. So yeah, that's literally it. That's how you change the color of an eye. What shortcut was that to copy another layer? Command D. Copy the. All I did was I didn't. Are you talking about the color? So all I did was I just copied the effect, Command C, it's probably Control C if you're on a PC, and then I pasted it onto the other eye. So this whole process, just Command C and Control V onto whatever layer. So if you go over here, grab hue saturation, Command C, come over to the other layer, click that layer and Command V. Yeah. So I'm going to take this a little step further because like I said, you know, we just changed the color of the eye. Now, if this is what you guys are doing and you just want to change the color of their eyes and that's that, and you want to leave it as that, you know, if you want to go like, you can go red. Let's find the red right there. Colorize it. See how that looks. That looks, not so great. You could take it a step further though, and you could duplicate the hue probably. Yeah, so you can duplicate the hue. You could go in with levels if you really wanted to get really, really funky with it. But now she's got a red eye. See? Her eyes are red now. And if we were to even add some like contrast here, I think I duplicated this comp here. Nope, I don't want that. I just want to open this comp. You know, if we add some contrast to this image, like that looks really weird, you know? That looks really cool. She's got a red eye and a green eye. Pretty dope. But that's also not a color grade that I would use. That's just kind of giving me an idea, a feel. But what I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to change the color of this eye to like a white zombie looking eye. Because that's what this project calls for. This is what the client wants. This is what this project calls for. So, you know, we got to make sure that we're doing that. So I would do a lot more to this, and I'm going to get into that in just a second. Another thing that I would also grab is tint, since for what I'm about to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do to create this ghostly white eye effect is I'm going to kill the saturation in the eye. Take the saturation all the way down. Let's bring the lightness up. I think I had it at like 35 earlier. Wow, that mask is really bad. You know what I think I'm going to do to these masks? I think I'm going to change it to 15. See, here's where you get to see how bad the mask is. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. That's why. Let's do 15. Yeah, 15 looks a lot better. That looks way, 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 way better. So yeah, 15. We can mess with the path a little bit too. Oops. I don't care if it goes over the eye a little bit, because it's just white. For the if you were to do like a color, you know, you probably can't really do what I'm doing. That looks a lot better. Yep, that mask is way better. Okay. Let's go up to like 50. Is that too much? No, that's like it. That's what I'm looking for. And now with the tint, I definitely want it like a little Frosty. A little Frosty the Snowman guy. 25. Still a little too much. How about 15? See how that looks with this on. Yeah. That looks pretty dope. I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. I'm just going to remove those effects. So all I'm doing is selecting both by selecting the first one, holding down Command to select the second one, hit Command C to copy the effect, and Command V to paste the effect. And now we got a white-eyed zombie lady. That's it. Now we got to make sure that our tracker is actually on. You know, I want to make sure that it actually looks good. I want to make sure that it doesn't wiggle around too much. So let's just play it back here. Yeah, I'd say that's it. That's literally, for what I need to do for this project, this is it. This is exactly where I would leave it. I would not do anything else to this. And here's like with the color grade on. This isn't how it's going to be. You know, we'd probably change it down to like 75. So yeah, this is. I mean, that color grade, I would work on it a little bit more. This is just a very rough grade, but that's it. This is how I would do this. I might go in, actually. You know what? I want to try and mess around here. Let's put a glow. Let's mess with this. All right, Leo. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, thanks for downloading the wallpaper. I really appreciate that. Have a good night, man. Thank you so much for watching. Let's mess around with the glow a little bit. I think that this would be fun. 15. No, how about we do intensity 0.5? Nope. Yeah. That's cool. So this is without the glow. This is with it. It just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. Maybe we even do like 0.1. I don't think it's enough. About 0.2. And then maybe if we go back to our hue and saturation and we bring this up to like 65. That's too much. 55. I don't know, that might be a little too harsh for what I'm trying to get here. Bring it down to 50. Let's bring this down to 50. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. This one. Which one do you guys like better? The right one or the left one? See what you guys think here. I think I might go with the right one. You like the left. He likes the left. Yeah, the left one does look better. You're right. I'm trying to go too. I'm going too crazy. I'm trying to add too much. Less is more. I got to tell myself, less is more. Less is more. Yeah, I think that looks good. The way it is. Like that. Boom. Shaboom. Shaclackety clackety boom. Yeah, I don't know. I think pretty happy with what we just did there. If anybody wants me to go over any of those parts again real quick, I can. I'm going to leave this up. So if you guys want to rewatch it and watch me stumble through it in the beginning, by all means, go for it. But that's how I do that. That's how I would change the color of eyes in After Effects. So, I don't. This is all I had planned. This is literally all I had planned for this stream. So if anybody wants to ask any questions or whatnot, go for it. Like I said, if anybody wants me to reiterate anything that I just went over, I'd be glad to. Like I said, this will be left up. So if you want to rewatch anything, go through the process. If I move too quickly and you want me to break something down, let me know right now. I don't think I'm going to make a tutorial for this because this is essentially a tutorial. I think I'm going to be doing this once a week. Possibly every Thursday. Although I might do it around 6 p.m. All right, Josh. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. It really means a lot. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing this probably every Thursday. Probably around this time. I don't really know. I don't know what would be a good time to be doing this sort of thing. I think 5 p.m. I like live at 5, it's kind of catchy. So I feel like every Thursday around 5 p.m. I'll probably do this. I had a notebook written down for some ideas similar to this. I think that I want to do walkthroughs, showing my process of what I do, how I do it, how I get it done, and all that jazz. So, yeah, if there's anything that you guys would like to see in particular that you've seen me do in my videos, let me know. I will definitely do my best to get it done. Also, it gives me the opportunity to figure out more tutorials and stuff like that. I enjoy doing the tutorials, and they are a lot of fun. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to do a tutorial because, like, I think it's a reason to get more views and stuff like that. Like, that's not why I want to do tutorials. I want to do tutorials that either, one, I think somebody would find use in, somebody hasn't really seen something like it before, so it could help some people out. Two, if people ask me to do something, there have been, sorry for the squeaky chair, there have been some tutorials that I have done because people have asked me to do them, and I will, as long as it's not something that's been overdone a million times, I will do it. I don't want to just do something that has already been done, something that you can kind of already figure out. That's out there. I'm sure there's videos like this on the internet. I think there's actually one by Film Riot. I think that's actually how I learned how to do this. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Although, no, I've known how to do this for a while. I don't know. But yeah, I like doing the live streams. I like engaging with everybody. I like engaging with all you guys. So, yeah, I think this will be a thing, a weekly thing, hopefully. And what my plan to do is for this is, if I do it on a weekly basis, I will eventually get a cam link, an Elgato cam link, so that I don't have to use the computer. I gotta check to see if the audio is synced up, because it's been bothering me. Just okay, cool, it's synced up. Yeah, I want to use an Elgato cam link. That's how I can use my A6300 for these live streams. Gonna be moving into a new place in a few months. When I do that, I plan to hardwire into the internet so that I'm just plugged directly into the router. I can't do that right now because I'm not really in close proximity to the router, so I don't really want to wire something all through the house. It would just kind of be a pain in the butt, and my brother is already hardwired in, so that will definitely update the stream health, because right now it's okay. It's not great. It says, it's okay, but yes. So eventually, it will be streamed off the A6300. I told myself if I do this 4 weeks in a row, I'll get it for myself. This is the second week, so if I do it 2 more weeks in a row, I'm gonna buy the friggin' thing. So we shall see. I think a majority of the content for these live streams are probably going to be geared towards walkthroughs. I might also bring on other creators, other photographers eventually, and just have conversations with them, kind of like a podcast type thing, but just on the YouTube channel. I don't know. I got a lot of ideas brewing up here. Ever since I've been watching Cody Warner, I talked about him in one of my videos the other day. He put out a video about momentum and how you gotta kind of like when the momentum is there and you're on it, you just gotta stick with it and keep it and don't lose it and just roll with it and take advantage of it. And I think I talked about this in one of my not earlier videos. Last week I talked about this. I think that is what I'm doing right now. I'm pushing myself to create more content, but also stay focused on the jobs and work that I have to do, because it can be hard to find balance, especially when I do this for a living. I create videos, I create content for clients, especially bands and musicians, music videos. I'm starting to do some more branding work, which is cool, but you know, it can get hard to get wrapped up in one or the other. Because I love what I do, you know. I mean, I'm very, very thankful. I'm very blessed that I have the ability to do this. But I think that if I did more YouTube, but still got my work done, it just these past 2 weeks, or this past week, I guess, because last week was like a half week, and this week have been a lot. They've been very productive. I've been trying to get up earlier. I don't wake up late, but I wake up definitely later than I would like to. And that's just because my schedule's all over the place and whatnot. But lately, today I got up I've been waking up every day at 8 this week. But I'm not getting out of bed until like 9. You know, like I'll like wake up, fall back asleep, wake up, sit on my phone, which I don't want to do that. I don't want to like sit on my phone for an hour. It's literally an hour wasted of my day. So I gotta get better at that for sure. But I think with doing like the live stream and giving myself a schedule is going to make things a lot easier. So that's, if you guys have noticed, that's why I've been uploading a lot, I guess, you know, this week and last week. I didn't upload Monday, but I uploaded Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I'm going to upload something tomorrow. I did this live stream. Last week I uploaded 5 videos as well. So just a lot of content, and the reason I'm doing it is 1, because I love it, but 2, it's kind of helping me follow some sort of a schedule, because what I do is I will get up, get work done in the morning, set aside a couple hours in the afternoon to try and film something for the YouTube, come home, go back to work, get the work done around 5-6 p.m. That's when I start editing the vlog. And then from there, you know, just kind of relax for the rest of the night. The phone, my nemesis. Dude, the phone, it's terrible. The phone is terrible. It's absolutely awful. There's another YouTuber that I watched the other day too. I reference a lot of YouTubers. It's just because that's what I watch. I don't watch TV or anything. I really like listening to people talk about their lives. I gotta figure this guy out real quick. I wanna find this guy for you guys. I think I subscribed to him. I'm going to see his picture, and I'm going to know. What was his name? That's Jen sending me apartments. What was his name? Oh, gosh. I have to find this. This is going to bother me so much. I only watched like a few of his videos. I'm pretty sure I subscribed. I want to find. This is gonna bother me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna figure it out. I figured out while I'm doing this, while I'm figuring out who that dude was. I already did. If you just joined in, I already changed the color of the eyes in After Effects. So if you're late, if you're coming in late, I'm gonna leave this up on the channel so you can rewatch it. Right now, I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm gonna hang out for just a little bit longer. I set aside like 2 hours of my day to do this because that's how long it took last time. But then I realized that I did not need that much time at all. Maybe if I go to watch later. Or history. I gotta find this. It's really, really gonna bother me if I don't figure it out. When did I see it? I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys are still with me. I just really want to tell you guys about this YouTuber. Like I get really motivated and passionate about people who create really good content. I found him, Jordan Taylor. Waking up at 5 a.m. is changing my life. That's the topic. That's the name of the video that I watched, and I think I subscribed to him. Did I subscribe to you? I did subscribe. Wow. 78,000 subscribers. I don't remember him having that much like just a few days ago. I could be wrong, but he's definitely like blowing up right now. So if you guys watch YouTube, definitely go check him out. Jordan Taylor. So yeah, I've been trying to give more of a schedule to my days, and I know that this is completely off topic to what the topic of this video actually is, but I already did it. So if you guys want to rewatch this video after, feel free. So setting a schedule and sticking to these YouTube live streams, I think is going to help me out a lot. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours and just ramble on about nonsense, because the topic of this video was about an After Effects tutorial, which I'll briefly run over real quick. So this is what I did. I changed the color of these eyes here. How I did it, just going to give a recap for anybody who is watching, who has been watching the entire time, or if you're rewatching this. So what we did was we motion tracked our layer. We motion tracked the left eye, created a null, put the track on that. Motion tracked our right eye, created a null, put the track on that, and then we pick whipped the eyes. So we did the left and the right, and the left, and these are oh, I can't do it. This is a screen capture of one of our frames of this clip. So that's the screen capture where I took the eyes out, where I masked the eyes out. So I did that, masked the eyes out. And then from there, so here's what the eyes look like before I added all the effects on them. Then from there, we added a hue saturation. What we did was we took the saturation out of the eyes. We mastered the light. We took the master lightness up to 50. We put a little bit of a tint, like a teal, bluey teal. The amount of tint was 15 to give it that nice blue tone. And then all I did was I just copied that onto the other eye. And then there's this. This is just, you know, like, it's not an actual color grade. It's just to give me a little bit of reference about, you know, if it's going to look like crap when I actually go to color grade it. Because that's something you definitely want to take into consideration when you're doing stuff like this is, hey, is it going to look like crap when I color grade it? Because it looks great now, but it's also shot in S-Log. So everything definitely blends a lot better, especially when you take the saturation and dip the color out of the eyes. So my dog is barking. I'm sorry. When you add the color grade, that's where you're really going to tell, you know, so that's pretty much it. And then from here, I'm gonna delete this color grade because I have to color grade the entire project. Again, like I said, this was for a music video. Great, we got a beach ball. We got a beach ball. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Really does mean a lot. Again, like I said, I'm gonna be doing more live streams. I'm going to up the quality. The mic is here. We got the light. You know, I like the OBS system. Eventually gonna hardwire into Wi-Fi once I do that, and then yeah, I will be streaming off the A6300. If I do this for 2 more weeks, I'm gonna purchase the Elgato Cam Link thing, which, excuse me, would mean that the 4th or 5th live stream will be, no, sorry, the 5th or 6th live stream will be with the A6300. Now, it stinks because I do kind of travel a little bit. So I'm trying to look here. Next Thursday, I'm going to be in Canada. So maybe I'll try and do this on like a different day. You know, I don't know. I really enjoyed doing the live stream. I think it was cool. Last time it was super dope. We had a bunch of homies in here commenting about and whatnot. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Really appreciate you guys watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I haven't figured out how to close out a live stream yet, but if you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe, hit that bell, get notified when I post a new video. And we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Good night. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.